Welcome to Queens Eats, where we find the best food in Queens, all without breaking the student budget. Today, we're in Jackson Heights checking out Kebab King, a local favorite for Pakistani and Indian eats. Now, this place has some serious clout in the area. It's been a very good restaurant as long as I can remember. I've been coming here for years. So, let's come in. Here I have, for $4, naan and kebab with their cilantro chutney. Remember, this was just $4. Just for the smell alone, I'd pay as much as possible. It is a dream-like mishmash of fragrances. Sorry, I ain't the best with words right now. I'm just so distracted by how good this was. That ain't grease neither, that's straight flavor. That's so juicy, so packed with spices. Look at that naan. Fluffy, crispy. A balance of greatness right there. And put together, it is gonna go in my proud mouth like heaven. Look at me. Look at that. Ooh, I got that. That's that good smile right there. I look smug as hell. Taste-wise, the spice hits you right away, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like a Mike Tyson uppercut. It's more like a little pat on your tongue. Like, yeah, I'm playful. I'm gonna treat you right, though. And the naan with it, too. It's just a perfect balance of just soft and savory and spicy and flavor. If you got a few bucks and you're hungry, come to Jackson Heights. They will do you right. Birds. Welcome back to Queens Eats, where today we're in Main Street, Flushing. And today's mission is simple. Can I get a full meal for under $7? For this challenge, I'm going to be using the Font1 app. It's an Asian food delivery app. They have an option for pickup as well, which is what I'm going to be using for this challenge. Disclaimer, I am not sponsored by these people. I just really like this app because it gets me food really cheap. So our first stop's gonna be Champion's Pizza on Roosevelt Avenue. They specialize a lot in thinner crust pizzas. Today, we're going to be using one of Font1's deals to score a truffle mushroom slice for only $2.50. That's less than a Metro swipe. Getting on the bus to go to Main Street is gonna take less money than even getting this. Next, we're gonna take a little bit of a walk towards Queens Crossing, a shopping mall in Flushing, where specifically we're gonna go to their food court to score two more things. The first of which is some cheese curds from TKK Fried Chicken. It's a Taiwanese chain of fried chicken restaurants that's been around for over 40 years. Now, for only $1.99, I can get a side of these delightfully cheesy, delightfully squeezy cheese curds, battered just to my liking. A little bit oily, but hey, they're still delicious. To finish it off, I grabbed a can of brown sugar milk tea from Kung Fu Tea. Again, just $1.99. It isn't exactly the same as a full-on drink, but hey, we're on a budget, and I want to maximize what I got. Would you just look at the spread we have here today? All of this was under $7. Look at that fancy slice of pizza, those beautiful, glistening, unhealthy, but delicious cheese curds, and just the most refreshing drink of them all to top it off. The pizza just had so many mushrooms, which was a huge plus for me because I absolutely adore mushrooms. And these cheese curds, these were going by like crazy. I had to actively pace myself not to eat too many of them. And that drink, I couldn't have asked for a more refreshing feeling after downing this. Every bite tasted amazing. None of it felt like I got it for cheap. That's a full meal. Pizza, cheese curds, and milk tea for $6.50, all within a few blocks of each other. Flushing just has so many things, and I can't wait to do more episodes on them. I dropped a bag of chips. A whole bag. It was like $3. I know I just did an episode on Flushing Main Street, but there's just so much I love about this area. Not just because of how close to home it is or all the culture there, but also the food scene there is just magnificent. So today I figured I'd showcase something not as talked about when it comes to food in Flushing, that being the bakeries. There's just a huge variety of bakeries here, but none I'd prefer more than Rainbow Bakery. It's got 3 locations in Flushing alone, with 7 in total in Queens, but something about this Roosevelt Avenue location just gives me so much comfort. It might just be it being so close to the train station. You know, getting out of that grueling, hot train station only to be met by the sense of sweet baked goods just fills me with so much joy. And to start our little trip of joy, we're going to pick up a nice little creamy cheese bun. $2.25. This place will not break the bank if it could. It's got a friggin' rubber hammer in that regard. And then right after that, we're making a straight beeline to my absolute favorite thing to get, the King Oyster Mushroom Bun. Another $2.25. My absolute favorite thing to get here, by far. Taking a few steps to the right, I spotted something called a yogurt roll for $2.35. That's one of my favorite things about going to this place, honestly. It's just my sense of curiosity, my sense of joy in finding, in discovering. It's fully engaged, so to speak. There's always something new for me that I haven't tried before. There's always new things to get, but there's always the things that I enjoy that make up a foundation, that make it feel that even if I got something I didn't like, I still had a good trip here. And you know what, just for the road, I figured I'd treat myself a little bit more and get a nice little Biscoff Mochi Donut. $3 too, that's competitive to even Paris Baguette. Man, those guys are infamous for overcharging. Sorry, I have a little bit of a grudge against them.
Alright, so we got goods. We got goods.
Absolute favorite one, King Oyster. How do I open this? Essentially, the garlic, the butter or oil, whatever it is, the cheese, and especially the mushrooms were just such a good flavor pack. Oh my god. And the thick bread with it too. This was just amazing. I think like a yogurt roll or something. This tasted a lot like the King Oyster bun, but there was a filling inside. One that I was struggling to find for the camera. So there isn't a filling. I've been duped. Oh my god, wait, no, there is a filling. Oh my god. Dude, there is a filling. The filling is real. Next, I wanted to try that creamy cheese bun. It's got this Parmesan thing going on at the top. I thought it was nice, but I couldn't really taste it when I bit into it. After taking a bite, I noticed just how thick the bread was, which usually isn't really a downside to me, but like, I was expecting a lot more cream in this case. That being said, it was still delicious. That Parmesan at the top was a little bit muted. Couldn't really taste much cheese, but it was kind of an essence of cheese there. It was good. Next was the Biscoff Mochi Donut, and number one, there was a little bit of a tragedy. As you can see, a lot of the cream got stuck on the bag. But regardless, Biscoff is still like my favorite flavor when it comes to these kind of sweets. I mean, I had a bite of the Biscoff cookie, tasted delicious. But having a bite of that mochi donut, it was nice and chewy. It was nice and sweet. That dough was really complemented by the Biscoff cream. And for $3, I'd take this any day of the week. Definitely beats the one at Paris Baguette. Did I say I dislike that place yet? Overall, I think it's the feeling of just feel-good comfort food, along with the joy of discovering something you love, as well as the relief of knowing you got out of the train station, are all factors that make me just love this place to the death. All under $10, mind you. I got 4 things for $10. That's almost unheard of nowadays.
It's good. It's good.
Ah, we're good. It's cold. It got really, really cold. But the one thing that warms me up in times like this is nothing else like a nice little plate of halal. And while I had this craving, I noticed this food truck near a shopping center I frequented. I hadn't given this food truck much thought, but it's been around for a few months. This is Smash Truck. They sell smash burgers, wings, tenders, sides, and most importantly, platters. All for a price I couldn't really disagree with. Not when I was this hungry.
Oh my god, it was so cold. Oh, we got some spillage. Oh no.
For $11.99, I got a mix over rice that's lamb, chicken, white sauce and red sauce with fries and a salad. It's a classic platter that I'm sure many of you have had something like before, at a price that kind of leaves something to be desired, but maybe that's just me being spoiled, who knows. My first bite was actually pretty good. It was a nice little chunk of chicken. It was sauced nicely, it was coated nicely, but as I kept eating, the more I was finding out that it was more or less average. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I kind of expected a little bit more when I was paying $11.99. I will say, to my delight, the fries were still somehow crispy. Admittedly, that's kind of a rarity anytime I get a halal platter to take home, but maybe that had something to do with just how close it was. Regardless, I think for the location alone, it's servicing an area that doesn't really have these, and in my opinion, every area of the city should have at least one halal platter over rice purveyor. And these guys do a good job in fulfilling that role. Next, I got their single smash burger for $7.99. I'm no stranger to smash burgers, I've had plenty of good ones. But as far as smash burgers go, this one was actually really well done. The bun was soft, the meat was kind of thick despite it being a smash burger. There was plenty of cheese, plenty of sauce, grilled onions, which are great on burgers in my opinion. That first bite was actually so good. That soft potato bun, that savory meat, all the sauce and the cheese working so well together, the grilled onions in the background causing even more of a flavor dichotomy. I'm running out of breath with words to say. Notice I didn't talk about this random pickle that fell out of my burger because I don't like pickles on burgers. Fight me. I ended up eating so much of this so quickly that I had to actively pace myself and remind myself that I have a literal platter of halal right there. Regardless, this was actually delicious. In fact, I think the food truck should just be known for their burgers entirely. If there was anything I could recommend from this little exploration, it would be that. Okay, what do you think about the burger?
Love the burger.
Burger. Okay, everybody has a personal favorite pizza spot to go to, whether it's something on Bleecker Street or it's Lucia's on Main Street, but this is my personal favorite pizza spot in Queens and possibly the entire city. This is Amore Pizza. It's an old school pizza place serving thin crust pies and big slices. They've been in business for a very, very long time, probably older than me at this point.
They don't take it down.
Going inside, I was met with that pizza parlor charm. You know, they've got an old TV playing an old show that everyone's watching. They've got an aged menu that was backlit at the back. Tile floors, granite tables, brick walls. I mean, it really does just kind of scream that aesthetic. It's kind of a shame that I had to leave, honestly, but I knew that it was gonna get really cold later, so I figured the sooner the better I get home so I don't have to brave that temp.
Can't wait for this one.
I got the classic slice and also a Sicilian slice, both at $3.50. Pretty good pricing considering the quality of this place. I believe its main competitor in the area, Lucia, prices it at the exact same, so this would be a head-to-head battle basically. The slice did have a little bit of a flop, but honestly, I didn't even mind it because it basically corrected itself after my first bite. Yeah, see, look at that. Now I can go on about how good the texture was, or the tomato sauce, or the cheese, but I think the overwhelming proof is just gonna be with this noise right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't even hear crackers that crispy. Combined with the absolutely delicious tomato sauce and the amazing cheese, just made this cemented even further for me as the best slice in the area, possibly in this city. I mean, that's kind of a stretch, but this slice was really testing my self-control, and I had to painfully stop myself from eating the whole thing right then and there. Especially since I had the Sicilian slice to look at now. Now, I've never had the Sicilian slice at this place. Matter of fact, I've only had the cheese slice here, and after taking my first bite, I was both amazed and a little bit disappointed, so to speak. I mean, the disappointing part isn't that it was bad, it's just I expected more after trying that cheese slice. I mean, this was just okay. It wasn't anything to write home about like the slice was. That being said, the amazing part was just how much of that crunch it retained. It might have been even crunchier than the slice. I mean, listen to this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this thing was crunchier than a dang saltine cracker. It was genuinely blowing my mind. At the end of the day, despite the Sicilian slice being a little bit underwhelming, I still consider this place my all-time favorite for pizza. I mean, nothing can really beat the crunch, the flavor, and the texture of their OG slice. If I want a different kind of slice, I'll go somewhere else, but if I just want a classic New York slice with no frills, this is the place to go for me.
Hang on, I just wanna... That is a good crust right there.
I thought Chinese Tex-Mex restaurants were kind of a thing from the late 90s to the early 2000s, and I thought they died off since then, but I actually found one right near my school, so that kind of got me thinking, what would this relic of the past taste like? This here is Yummy Taco. It's a Tex-Mex place right on the Union Turnpike and 177th Street. They're serving burritos, fajitas, tacos, as well as things like dumplings and shrimp shumai. Going inside, the place felt pretty plain, pretty bare bones, but honestly, this is kind of what I expect to see and kind of what I want to see when I step into a place like this. The no-frills exterior kind of lets me know that it's less tourist-focused and more kind of a local establishment where things like quality is a key driver over things like looks. I mean, it's obviously working. You have people in the line while I'm just waiting for my order, and a lot of people ordered while I was eating as well. Look at all the stuff they got. They have a friggin' quad-fold menu, dude, and it's double-sided. For about $12.50, I got a burrito with fried fish, and some chipotle sauce and some mango verde sauce. The burrito came with rice, black beans, cheese, tomato, lettuce, and guac. Pretty standard. Nothing to get upset about, no. There was one thing though, I wanted to get one of their homemade iced teas. They're only like $3, but I didn't have any cash on me, and their card minimum is $10. So it's kind of a shame until...
Oh no, I don't have to. Can I give you something at least? Oh my god, thank you, sir.
To my surprise, this wonderful southern gentleman just bought me the drink. It was really sweet. Now I didn't really... Now I didn't care if this tasted bad or not. This would just taste like kindness from here on out. I chatted with a guy before he left, and from then on, I dined on one of the most delicious meals a tired college student can ask for an hour after his class ended. It was filled to the brim with rice, black beans, cheese, and that fish that I liked. A pretty even dispersion of the ingredients, except for the guac, which was kind of at the end, but I don't really mind that because I don't really like guac that much. The iced tea though, oh my god, this tasted sweet, refreshing. It tasted like it was made with love and compassion and everything sweet and nice, and oh my god. I had gotten the answer to my initial question of what this relic from the past would taste like. It was good at filling food, as well as kindness. God, that's a little sappy even for me.
Man, that guy was so nice. Oh man. Nothing tastes better than kindness.
I've been coming to this place since my childhood, and it's really meant a lot to me over the years. And, who's that?
Please.
I had a companion with me this time around.
Say something about yourself.
Hi, I'm Tommy. I'm a pre-med student at St. John's.
This is Gino's Whitestone. It's an Italian restaurant right on Parsons Boulevard, and it's been here for a gosh darn long time. Going inside instantly took me back to my junior high school days. It's almost like nothing changed. It was like walking into a time capsule. This is the place where I discovered the white slice and the garlic knot. To this day, this place services the same middle school, JHS 185. If you ever went there, you know exactly what this place is. We sat ourselves down and we just started remarking over how similar this place was to the half-decade we were here before. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? We also thought the little tablecloths with the map of Italy was really cute. Side note, does anyone actually get these truffles? I mean, these have been here for so long, but like, I've never ordered them, I've never seen anyone order them. Are they secretly good or something?
This is a new menu.
To my knowledge, their menu was always this one brochure. The menu itself did change, but the menu items didn't. As you can see, their menu is huge. I mean, they have so many different things that it just blew me away. Usually in the past, what I'd really go for is maybe a calzone or a stuffed pizza slice, but one day I got a little bit curious and I found my favorite pasta here. For about $20, I'll be getting my favorite, the gnocchi quattro formaggio, which I'm definitely mispronouncing.
We got bread. Can you react to the bread? No, react. That's good. That's good right there.
We got given this plate of focaccia bread with some oil and some seasoning, as well as some butter and some tomato sauce on the side. The butter was nice and thick while also still being airy, still very crispy as well. And with using the butter and the tomato sauce, it was even better with that. It added whole new layers of flavor. I wish I could say I had a good B-roll of me buttering the bread, but my friend decided to make funny faces and gestures at the camera while I did so completely took away from my buttering experience, god damn you. But you're not here to see bread, you're here to see the gnocchi. Look at this thing. It would make a lactose intolerant person absolutely hunch over in pain. And if the side of that wouldn't do it, this cheese stretch sure would. I mean, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Okay, stop. It was deliciously cheesy. It was the most creamy, most rich experience you could possibly have. The gnocchi was nice and potatoey, and combined with the 4 cheeses. Oh my god, just doing this voiceover makes me wish that I had some left. It's definitely a daunting dish, and it's something that you kind of have to let yourself indulge into. You gotta forget any kind of pretense you might have and just let yourself eat. Oh, and this is just a small little thing that I like to do, but I like to take that like tomato sauce that you get with the bread, mix it with the cheese sauce with the gnocchi. It is, I mean, self-explanatory, right? Tomato and cheese work really well, but like, I can't understate how good this was. I unfortunately had to take about a third away as leftovers, but honestly, I couldn't recommend it enough. There's so many things I love about this place, and the fact that I haven't noticed any discernible drop in quality over how long I've been coming here really is just a testament to the quality of Geno's.
So what would you rate dinner?
What would I rate dinner? I'm not gonna lie. I'd give it a good like 7.8, which is not bad. I think
7.8 out of 7.8 stars. Yeah, perfect.
I'm back on Flushing Main Street because I was recommended this one bakery spot. Previously, I'd proclaimed Rainbow Bakery as my #1 bakery spot in all of Flushing Main Street and probably Queens, but I saw someone recommend this spot, I checked it out on Google Maps, and they had amazing reviews on top of very cute stuff. So that kind of made me want to investigate. Are its qualities purely tied to vanity, or is taste part of that quality too? This is Mochido, a bakery specializing in Korean mochi donuts, macarons, and cakes. It's kind of tucked away in a street right by the Lure. Also, I'm taking my friend again. This is Tommy, longtime friend, likes to do stupid faces at the camera. I actually ended up spending quite a bit at this place because there was a lot I wanted to sample. For about $15, I got a half dozen mochi donuts. But then I noticed something else that the Google Map reviews told me I needed to try, and it was an ube tres leches cake. That was $7.50. Their card minimum was $10. So on top of that, I got a brown sugar mochi donut. So in total, that was 7 mochi donuts as well as an ube tres leches cake, all for $25. And I was so happy that I had a second person with me because there was no way in hell I'd be able to eat all that. We got so many donuts. Just looking at them all in front of me was very daunting. And reviewing all of them in depth would be impossible for the kind of video format I go for, so let's go for a little bit of a lightning round. The brown sugar tasted great. I expected something like the milk tea. Wasn't actually that, was more just like brown sugar. Brown sugar tastes delicious. The cocoa cone mango mochi donut was really good. The mango tasted more natural than the artificial crap that I'm used to. The coconut was kind of muted though, but this was nonetheless an excellent mochi donut. Next was the fresa fresa mochi donut, which is essentially just strawberry. This one was just alright. Kind of reminded me of those strawberry pocky sticks you might get for strawberry yin yang. My friend called it Benadryl, which felt a little mean. Next was the matcha mayhem mochi donut. This one was probably our least favorite. Not that it was bad, none of these are bad, it's just that this didn't really taste like matcha, it just kind of tasted sweet. Next was the Oobalicious mochi donut. This one was my absolute favorite. It tasted exactly like taro bubble tea, and that was my first ever bubble tea, so it tasted almost nostalgic. It tasted like that ice cream flavor that I remembered. This was my favorite. Next was the yin and yang mochi donut. This was essentially just cookies and cream, and it tasted exactly what you think. It was cookies and cream, which is an absolutely timeless flavor, but it didn't exactly blow me away per se. Last but not least, this was the cinnamon sugar one. It was alright. I mean, it was really messy, but cinnamon sugar is always a welcome flavor. It, again, didn't blow me away, maybe even less than the last one, but it was still good.
Tommy, I think it's time. Time to get purple.
After Tommy struggled with the seal for a bit, oh my god, how is he in college? We finally got it open, and it was time to dig in.
Beep. Oh my god.
when I tell you this is the best cake I've had in my most recent memory, either I have Alzheimer's or this might just be the best cake I've ever had. Oh my god, the flan, the cream, the ube, the tres leches, all of it came together for the most insane, perfect, sweet. Oh my god, I can't believe I was having this. I had to genuinely hold myself back from just eating all this in front of him. Whoever recommended me this place, thank you so much. This was genuinely delicious, beyond compare. You ever been to this gacha place? Did you like it? Oh, nice.